Hello, my most dearest. We go to the business of Betrothal. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigation on my own since you last parted. I believe I found our lapis maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Guguremo, a prominent member of the East Aldernot Trading Company. Her eyes and hair a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purportedly beauty, I should say, you see. None have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all of this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed, and not just to anyone, mind you, to the heir of the Bulgari consortium. The formal announcement is said to be made at commemorative feast, to jointly hosted by the two family business. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol, overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. And here we are. Here we continue our adventures with... What is that dumbass name? It's been some time, I already forgot. Hildibrand? Something like that. Hildibrand. I think it is something like that. Hildibrand, Aldebert. João Gilberto. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter of the Metro Eye. If I might have just a moment of... Ah yes, that two-guild sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about self-style of phantom thief in his letter of challenge. If you've come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Oh wow. Brass blades, okay. Talk about douchebags, man. The brass blades of Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them who caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on a would-be thief, it would be his last. If the thief is ugly enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Consulting Inspector Bearden, your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending to the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust investigation to me. The thief will not be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved, but consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. That guy's annoying. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our nose the last time, what makes you so confident you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast a thousand faces, but he has but a single modus operandi. And it is painfully obvious, a letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the meeting using the name the same metals he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst. Having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast, I have already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed Venice would be an obvious target for our thief, so too would be his father, Morgan. Yautonoto and his wife, Sainana, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gugumeru himself. Finally, we have Leonard, a steward Gugumeru's state, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players say from the Lapis Maiden herself have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Chief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Oh my god, I didn't even notice him there. Hildibrand, that's his name. Motherville, I could smell the stench of your idiocy and incompetence for a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Bearden. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary uncover investigative work. Yeah, to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have a right to defend the maiden's honor as only a man can. These guys like him. He does realize there is still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good Inspector, I realize we have not seen eye to the Monaco in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bundling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Alright. What does he want to talk with me, though? You've come, excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to the more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Ryusei. You were there when the Phantom Thief in guise of Lady Dorilda stole off the treaty blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you particularly noteworthy? The identical appearance, the perfect mannerism. Is this for me to know? I guess this. Intriguing. Where most would point out the sheer physical perfection of the disguise, you turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind, at the scene reveal a tiny prism seam into the fabric. It is this tone that allows him to change appearances at will, and yet, like you, this was of secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerism, that to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Daruda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. You are dealing with a clever and true criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect their aught as amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago. When preparations for the banquet began, this would afford the thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, you say. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? Not the guess. I guess a brass blade would be easier. Precisely. Clearly you are far less useless than the bumbling spectre whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to command you to go as they please. Able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our men. Deducing as much, I made a point to question the brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You'll begin to search on the skirts of Costa del Sol. Alright, that's pretty far. Let's go, chat. We have a long way to go, but you have traveled me. Very long. Very long. That's why I like writing you, chat. Because you're always with me, no matter where we go. I can always count on you. You are my little chatty choo-choo-choo. He likes to put his ass on the camera. She likes to dance around in bowling her butt. Because chat is genderless. Because probably you are. Probably chat is a more like 99% a man. Because you guys you guys are basically men. I'm not lying to myself here. There ain't no girl watching this shit. Maybe one. Maybe one girl. One alone. Oh, here he is. Excellent. You are one of the last incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods. Please, free me from these chains before these nippers eat me alive. You know what I think the plan is? I think that this is actually the chief, and he predicted that Brigadier would already would already foresee that this is happening, and then he would be here because he's not really hidden. He's pretty in the open here. There, now tell me what you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Gugumero gave us each us orders, who would be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies. Much to the charging of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Gugumero. Who was to be your charge? My memory is hazy, but one was Morgan, father of the groom. The other was the Lalafelling gent from Limsa. Noto. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There was also the steward Leonard. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection, key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgan, Noto, and Leonard. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishing and enlightening. I shall see this man's back to the city and to and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Ghost del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me for the love of the gods. Just make sure the imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. I'm telling you, man, this guy's the thief. I already solved the mystery. We're just gonna watch while everything unfolds, but I already know what's gonna happen. I'm locking it in. It's genius. This guy's a genius. And also, I also know, because I know this is not the last one of this. I know that 2.5 has another quest, so another set of quests of Hildibrand. So I wouldn't assume that you would catch the thief right now. Ha! There you are, friend. And not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and your Spectre beard in Avenue and Enquiry bear fruit? Morgan, Yautonoto, and the steward Leonard, you say? This does not surprise you. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the lapis maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! If he had hoped that to nab the fiend from himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Oh my god, are you really going to do this? That won't end up well. Probably gonna be funny to watch though. Is it how I do it too? Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue will put your case, nay, our very lives in danger. But don't fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from Manderville men of ages past to review our foe. I can think of few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal, too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Gugumeru. No. It's Guguremu, not Gugumeru. Guguremu. And fine morning it must be, for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you anyway? Guards! Guards! Now hold your chocobos, Guguremu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of Enquiry, the Inspector Extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the Phantom Thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, aye, Venice? The Phantom Thief? Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite a beauty indeed, to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all, He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effect. Fashion challenge, youth most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. Ah, that's me, Vance. Ever calm at the face of danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy heir to the Burglary Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Our family, I should say, ho ho. Which reminds me, Master Vance, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden glass you sent me months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm will be hers once we are wed. The time-honored Manderville art of parley, We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the trees struck me particularly natural. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman faces a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yato, Noto, and Leonard, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Alright. I thought he was going to jump to the guy's face and start to try to remove their masks. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. That would be funny. I've not seen your faces round here. With the East Adonat Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Adonat Trading Company. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Do tell, is this lapis mating as lovely as they say? Sainana here is no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in the years. No offense intended, my dear. But where are my manners? Yato Noto, the Burgers Consortium, and this is my wife, Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together our family business couldn't be happening at a better time. What with all the manners of the feasts, how beastmen taking the wares. Why, just the other day a shipment of imported foodstuff was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of them. You have heard the Mandragoras, haven't you? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the fist of Regal. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra watches a day. And your food store were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, what? Yes? Would it kill you to read Mitru Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they will not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. What's going on with Nasha there? Settle down, Sainana. Forgive me, Rife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I'd best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy, none of those three were suspicious at the least. But we must not give up hope. Last, he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, gentlemen shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The lapis maiden shall not be the only one come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be staying around. Inspector Beardian will be back at any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuff of which Master Leonard spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man the prime suspect. Inspector Beardian will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. Where? Oh, there. Alright. Oh. What have I done? Let's go, chat. What? Ah, wow. So we must go this way. What do you have here? Crates of assorted foodstuff and veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Livard spoke true? Ye gads! Are those explosives? I spy concealed amongst these coconuts. Perhaps they spoke in haste. Would appear that we found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set him down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. What? What? Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring so your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory at that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now, set the driftwood down over there, and concentrate in taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. Bro, someone's gonna need a bomb. I say we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Beard-Gian is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon the scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now, let us dispose of these things before an errant member sends us out to fierce demise. Confounding Inspector Beardin. Explode. A fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned to the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Beardin come upon this explosive, the consequences will be even more dire. Wilson and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide berth on his beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return for your creations once Inspector Beardin has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must hit its cry. What the hell? I swear to God, those two, man.